At last, the new trailer for Squid Game has been released, and many incredible details have been revealed. They finally explained everything about how the new doll game will be. Also, we now know who one of the finalists of the season will be. We'll see all that here. Today on Charlie Tales, I will tell you details and secrets of the new trailer for Squid Game 3. Ready? Let's begin. We start with the new doll game. This game was shown in a post-credit scene of the previous season, but no more information was given. Now we can see more of the setting. Also, we can notice that there are familiar players, like the old man who is number 100, and also Minsu, here in the background. This rules out the theory that this is a scene from the past. This new doll game will indeed be in the present, and Gi-hun will participate. We finally have scenes that explain what the doll game is about. It will consist of players having to jump rope, as in the classic children's game. The two dolls will be in charge of holding the rope and spinning it at high speed. If you trip, you will be eliminated. But what happens if you trip? As we can see, the players are on some sort of bridge, and if the rope knocks them down, they will fall into a great void. So, if a player fails the test, they won't be eliminated by the guards, but will die from the fall. This matches with another scene where we see several players crushed on the floor. If we pay attention, we will notice that the ground has flowers drawn on it, which matches perfectly with this other scene from above. We move on to the players' dormitory. Gi-hun is asking the guards why they let him live. This comment confirms that Gi-hun has lost the will to live due to the death of his friend. He would have preferred to be killed, but the Squid Game organization needs him to keep playing. In this other scene, we can even see Gi-hun taking the guard's weapon and pointing it at his own face. The new season will begin with Gi-hun wanting to die. We have a scene of the crazy woman mocking Gi-hun. Surely she is humiliating him for having failed in his attempt at rebellion. Gi-hun tries to catch her, but cannot because he is handcuffed. The organization of the games handcuffed Gi-hun so that he couldn't cause trouble. Player 44 appears in several scenes of the trailer, so it is confirmed that she will have great relevance this season, and will even be Gi-hun's antagonist. We move on to the key game. Thanks to previous trailers, we know that this game will divide the players into two teams, red and blue. The reds will be hunters and must eliminate the blue players. This is the blue team, and apparently, it is led by the crazy woman. In several scenes, we can even see her with a group of followers. Let's talk more about the mechanics of the game. The blue team players will receive keys and must use them to open doors in a maze. The objective will be to find an exit, but it won't be so easy. The red team players will be waiting, ready to eliminate them. Also, the maze will be full of traps. In this scene, for example, we see that a player opened a door and it led to a huge hole. The crazy woman will have enormous importance in this game. In several scenes, we can see her praying and using her powers to choose the correct doors. But most likely, she will fail. In this other scene, we see her hitting a door in desperation. Apparently, she chose wrong and realized that her powers don't work. The trailer reconfirms that Gi-hun will be on the red team. Each player in this group will be armed with a knife and must use it to kill the blue team players. Also, thanks to the same trailer, we can see that the frontman will be watching him closely. He is interested in seeing what Gi-hun will do. Thanks to previous trailers, we know that Gi-hun will be on the same team with Thanos' friend, the YouTuber player, and also with Minsu. This is important for several explanations in the analysis. We have this image of Minsu totally scared. He belongs to the red team, so he should eliminate players, but surely he won't be able to, because he's very cowardly. That's why he's terrified here. Let's talk about player 120. The trailer showed us several scenes of her in the blue team, so she must escape the maze using her key. But it won't be easy, since she'll have a rival. Here we can see her facing player 226. For those who don't remember, he is one of the followers of the grumpy old man. This guy, from the beginning, demanded that the games continue. We can see player 120 with blood on her face. This doesn't seem to be her own blood. Most likely, in this scene, she eliminated player 226. We have this last scene of 120. Here we can notice that the blood on her face has dried. So this image corresponds to after the previous photo. The player opened a door and a bright light shines on her. Most likely she finally found the exit. If I'm right, she would be one of the winners of this game. We can see a new image of the police officer. He's entering one of the rooms designated for the VIPs. They don't tell us anything else, and this is strange. Several trailers have come out, and they always repeat the same scene of the police officer in the same room. This makes me think that his character will again have very few scenes. Once again, we have scenes of the elderly female player with her son. Both belong to opposing teams, so they will have to face each other. Most likely, only one of them will survive. In this other scene, we see the elderly woman with her hair down. This is very important because in season 2, they showed us that she used a hidden knife to tie up her hair. So in season 3, she will use the knife. I think she will use it during the key game to eliminate her rival. She is an elderly woman and could never beat a player with brute strength. The only way she could win is by attacking by surprise. And with the knife she had hidden, she would have a great advantage. With this context, I'm sure her son won't survive the games. We have a shocking moment with Gi-hun asking a question to someone unknown. Gi-hun says, "What are you doing?" And this person answers, "I'm playing the game." This scene is very important because apparently, Gi-hun will be betrayed or at least surprised by some player. Evidently, this traitor will not be the player we see on screen since we don't see him open his mouth. I tried to recognize the voice of the person speaking, and the only one that matched was Minsu's. Both have a very similar voice. If I'm correct, Minsu would start the game very scared, but then change his mindset and become bloodthirsty. This is feasible since he's on the same team as Gi-hun, so both will spend time together in this game. The trailer ends with Gi-hun wearing a gala suit. This is very important. In the previous season, the finalist players wore a gala suit to attend a dinner before the final game. In the past, Sang-woo, Gi-hun, and Sae-byuk were at the dinner. So this scene confirms that Gi-hun will survive the games and reach the grand finale. The real question is, who will be his rival? I have the theory that the frontman will be his enemy. Somehow he will face Gi-hun. They haven't had a face-to-face battle the entire season, and the final would be the ideal moment to show something like that. To end, we have the frontman asking the question, Player 246, do you still have faith in people? This is important because it represents the entire foundation of seasons 2 and 3. Since the games began, the frontman has tried to show Gi-hun that people are evil and deserve to die. But Gi-hun always defended the opposite. He sees the best in people. This battle of philosophies has defined the series. But this final phrase makes me think that something terrible happened to Gi-hun. Maybe he was betrayed by someone, and that's why the frontman appears smug. He is declaring that he won. He proved that people are evil. That's all for today. If you liked the video, you'd really help me out by leaving a like. That would be legendary. Also, remember to subscribe to see more videos like this. Thanks for listening. My name is Charlie, and I'll see you in the future.